Hi, today I'm going to be doing a book haul. My summer book haul technically, but these are all just books that I bought April, May, June. And I'm also going to show you the books that I've bought so far in July just because I want to. I'm just going to get right into the books because, oh my god, doing collective book hauls is an actual mental strain. First I'll start with these. So I got these in June I think, and they are all of the used books I got at this used bookstore I found at the mall. The Alienist by Caleb Carr, which I obviously got for $3. This is the first book in this series. I watched the TV show of this book and I really like it. The first season at least. I haven't seen the second season yet, and I have 3 period recommendations for if I ever need to recommend period pieces, and The Alienist is one of them. But people that have read the book say the show is trash, so maybe I should read the book to see like what the superior adaptation is. Anyways, this is just about this is a historical mystery about John Moore, who calls in his friend Dr. Chrysler, who is an alienist, a psychologist, whatever you want to call him, and they end up investigating this murder of a young boy that leads to this whole bigger conspiracy, and they have to figure out who's murdering all of these little boys before they get hurt themselves. You know, the classic historical mystery, and it's quite big, and the font is tiny, but I'm really excited to get to this one. And then also another historical is Fingersmith by Sarah Waters. This is one that I wasn't planning on buying. Got this one for $2. It's really good prices. It's very yellow too, which I think is really funny. I don't know, but this is like a reimagining of Oliver Twist, but it's feminist and there's lesbians in it. But I saw it on a homoerotic list. Now I don't know if the queerness is implied, but I don't care. It's gonna be there, so I'm here for the ride. Finally, this one I actually already read, and I was really excited to find this one as well. My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell, which is a very popular literary fiction book. It broke me into a million pieces. It was the first book I read this month, so I will be talking about it in my July wrap-up. But I got this one for $4, and y'all, I don't know what happened, but I was just standing there, and I was like, you know, I feel like My Dark Vanessa is here, and so I started looking for it, but it didn't take me long because all I had to do was turn around. And there it was. It was next to me on the shelf. I swear I didn't see it. My gut was telling me that this book was there. The hardcover is, if you've ever been in a hotel, some of the walls have this really weird texture. That's what this is. Oh my gosh, I hate it so much. I don't know why they would make this texture, the hardback. I've never seen a hardback with this texture. It is, oh my god, I hate it. Okay, and these are the first books I bought in this kind of quarter of the year. So I had gotten, oh shoot, very shortly after my last haul that I had filmed and uploaded it, I got King of Scars and Rule of Wolves, which is it's gonna be like this, isn't it? I don't know. It's gonna annoy me, sorry. This is the King of Scars duology, which is about the side characters of the Shadow and Bone trilogy. Obviously I already read them. You know about these books. Obviously got the paperback because it's less expensive, and I was desperate, so I didn't pre-order this because I knew it was going to be less expensive after it released, and oh my god, I was correct. I guess lesson wasn't learned, so we'll talk about that later. And then there was a buy 3 for 2 thing on Amazon where you buy 3 books for the price of 2, so originally this order would have been I think I wanted something like $33 or $35. I never spend more than $30 on books, so I was glad that the whole sale brought it down to $28, which I don't know why is reasonable for me. I mean, it's 3 books for $28. That's actually a pretty good price for new books. But I bought 2 of my favorites that I wanted to own and then 1 new one, which was pretty risky. But first off, I bought A Diary of Blood, obviously, because I had to own this. It's literally probably my favorite book ever. This cover is gorgeous to die for. I love it. It's indie published, so the pages are white. The other favorite that I bought was Felix Ever After by Kacen Callender. I was actually planning on buying this at Barnes & Noble because I have a gift card and I don't know what to spend the money on at Barnes & Noble. Another gorgeous cover. I said this in my freakout tag, I think, but YA queer contemporaries have the best covers, period. I haven't found a mood to reread this yet, which is super weird. This is literally like my favorite YA contemporary. This is the new book that I bought. It's a real ballsy move because I don't like to buy books I don't know much about brand new, but Cell liked it and they are my #1 trusted reviewer, or reader I should say. We very much like the same books and have an equal enjoyment about a lot of the similar books that I don't know that they've read that I've read, so I trust them very much. And I saw that they really liked The Mask of Mirrors, so I had to buy it. So this is also like a gothic fantasy, which I think is my favorite fantasy. I just really like the vibes, so I bought it. It's huge. It's like over 600 pages, and I'm really scared to read it because of its size, but also because I'm afraid I'm not gonna like it. It says, Ren is a con artist who has come to the sparkling city of Nedestra with one goal: to trick her way into a noble house, securing her fortune and her sister's future. It sounds great. It seems like there's gonna be cons and a magical world. And they also heard that this is a queer normal world, so it'll be nice for some escapism with no homophobia. I just grouped all of my classics together. Actually, 3 of these I did buy together. Just remembered that right now. So I guess I'll talk about all 3 of those first. These I got from thrift books. So first I got Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. This is a classic that's possibly the next one that I'm gonna read, maybe after I finish Anna Karenina. It's just everyone loves this book. Like non-classic readers, classic readers, everyone calls it like their favorite classic, which is very intriguing to me that this book is like changing people's minds. So obviously I need to read it, considering I'm a gothic lover myself. It's literally my favorite genre. This is a very used and loved copy. Like, someone was doing their homework. The reason I made the order in the first place was to get my summer school books, so after reading 1984 and Brave New World, we have a few weeks until school starts and I still haven't started these, so this video is reminding me that I've got to do that. But you can obviously see the dystopian theme. I have no idea what both of these are about. But this is the Signet Classics edition, which is I was trying to avoid getting, but this is the cheapest one that there was, so I bought that one. And then this is the Vintage Classics edition. Vintage Classics are my absolute favorite. Like, I would die for them day after day. And it's a 3D. It's a 3D cover, so it's just like, there's a reason I've been pushing off reading these. I'm not a dystopian girl, so let's just pray for the best. And then the other classic I have that I got in a little free library box that's like really close to here. Literally like have to walk 3 minutes and it's right there, but Hamlet. This is the No Fear Shakespeare edition, and I'm not a Shakespeare girl. I don't plan on reading Shakespeare on my free time, but this was free, so I thought why not. And also Hamlet is a lot of people's favorite Shakespeare play. I don't know if No Fear is the best for understanding Shakespeare, but like I said, I don't really care enough to need a perfect translation. Then I'll do my July order of books that I got from Better World Books. Oh wait, no, I forgot about these. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I did make another Better World Books order back in the springtime. I got all of these sapphic sci-fi books, space operas, because that's what I was in the mood for at the time. So far I've come in a couple months. No, but these, I was looking up like sapphic space operas and these promised characters, so if they don't have them, I'm gonna be really mad. I'll start with the one that I already read, which was Barbary Station by Ari Stearns. This is like about these two girlfriends who want to enter a pirate crew on Barbary Station, and to do that they are trying to impress them by hijacking this spaceship. And when they get to Barbary Station, they see that it's been taken over by an AI, and the captain of the pirate crew they want to join is like, yeah, you could do that if you get rid of this evil AI. I also read this in July. I gave it 2 stars. This is my biggest disappointment. I can't believe I hated a book with gay space pirates, but here we are. I have The Stars Are Legion by Cameron Hurley, which is a Hugo Award winner. This is like the most popular sapphic space opera I saw that there is. I don't know, I trust the award, but popular books like this scare me a little, award winners. I'm trying to have mediocre expectations for this. I also don't really know what it's about. There's some kidnapping involved, and like 2 people that shouldn't fall in love. This is a very, very pretty cover. I also got The Wrong Stars by Tim Pratt. I'm very hesitant because this is a man. A man wrote this book, and apparently there's lesbians in it. So I'm praying for good representation. This is the first in a space opera series. It's a very classic space opera where there's an adventure, there's aliens, they're kind of trying to figure something out, you know? Hopefully this one's as fun as people say it is. This one I'm really excited for, which is Tarnish Are the Stars by Rosie Thor. Katie recently read this one, and it's like one of her all-time new favorite books, which is crazy. So obviously it's made me really excited. There's a love triangle, I think, and a cat and mouse chase maybe. And this one's another really gorgeous cover. Literally obsessed. Now I have my July order of books that I did recently. First though, I got Passing Strange by Ellen Klages. This is about 6 separate women. It seems like it's split like that too, like we have 6 separate stories in here, and it's about lesbian culture in San Francisco in the 40s. Yes, I needed this in my life. I loved Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Melinda Lowe, which is about lesbian culture in San Francisco in the 50s, which is actually why this got put on my radar very quickly, because it sounds like we're gonna have like very similar things. There's a little bit of fantasy in this too, which I think is really cool. And the cover, I'm screaming about this book. I'm probably gonna read it really soon. I'm surrounded by books, it's overwhelming. The reason I made the order in the first place was for this one, Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I got this for like $6. I think it's about rape culture, which I think is going to be interesting to explore, because I think this is a little bit of fantasy too, so I'm curious as to see how she approaches the topic and what the fantasy has to do with all of it. I keep doing cover appreciations because I think all of these covers are just so cool. But the end papers in this one too are literally to die for. And then this one I've already read, but I needed to own it, and that is Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. They had like 10 copies on Better World Books for whatever reason. I'm glad I own this now. I wasn't planning on rereading it because at the time I was very traumatized by this book, but here we are a year later, and I really want to reread it because A, I believe I'm gonna love it even more in my reread, and B, I want to really like dive in and explore all the themes that are in this book. When I read it the first time, I read it like in a day. And when I read books that quickly, I don't really catch everything. I just have like a miscellaneous section of random things that have no connection to anything else. Starting with Sanctum by Madeleine Roux. I got the hardcover of this, not on purpose though. I got this at Savers, and it kind of just seems like a moment of fate because this is a very random series. It has semi-popularity, but nobody really talks about it. And the fact that they had at Savers the book that I needed in the series, the second book, kind of gagged me a little, so I ended up buying it despite me not really liking Asylum. I need to make smarter choices sometimes, I know, but I own it now, so I'm going to read it. This one continues with the story, and the pictures are based in like a circus because the series has like pictures too. Hey! Also at the Little Free Library, I got Stillwater Saints by Alex Espinosa. Yes! My finger was covering it, but this is just like a fiction book about... It says, it chronicles a momentous year in the life of Agua Mansa, a largely Latino town beyond the fringes of Los Angeles and home to the Botanica Ocean, where people come seeking charms, herbs, and candles. And it seems like the classic stranger walks into this character's life thing and really transforms what's going on. And I like stories like that because I like butterfly effects. So, and secrets coming to light. An Assassin's Guide to Love and Treason by Virginia Boecker. This is a historical fiction set in the... I can't believe I forgot it. I had it yesterday, but I forgot it. Okay, well, it's set in Shakespeare's time, so there you go. Our female protagonist wants to murder the queen, and the male protagonist is a spy for the queen. And they end up in the same Shakespeare troupe. And, you know, we're probably going to have a bit of enemies to lovers action. We're going to have some plots, some plays, some Shakespeare. I am in the mood for this. Like, historical fiction has been my thing recently, so I'll probably also read this very soon. Very casually, I got The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I bought this because I had like $12 or 11 something left of a gift card, and all the books that I actually wanted were well over $12, so my only options were buying like very popular titles that are like $10, $11 and under, and I decided to get Priory of the Orange Tree because I was planning on reading this summer anyways. Did I do that? No. Am I going to do that? Never say never. We'll see. Final book I have for my lesson that I didn't learn in pre-ordering is One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. I read the arc of this and I really wanted to own it because I liked it when I read it. I'm really afraid to reread it now because something's telling me that I'm not going to like it as much. I bought this for like $13 and it's like 10 something now, and I am very mad at myself. Very much like queer culture, found family. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my haul, and I will see you next time. Bye!